Can y'all see me? Yo. Can I be seen? Can I be heard? What's up?
Yeah, let's
Y'all
see.
good.
Turn your phone to the side.
That
Like
don't sound good.
turn your phone like you're about to shoot a pistol.
What?
Turn your phone like you're about to shoot a pistol, like this.
Can I chat?
Turn it to the side, your phone. Did you do it, Kay?
You sound bad.
I sound bad. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me?
You sound like a robot though.
That's how about now?
Huh?
How about now? How do I sound?
Nah, I still sound bad.
Well,
Hold on. Kid?
I hear you perfectly.
Damn, it sound bad.
On my end of
Do I
your
need
end?
to cut off my hold on.
Damien, it's like an echo.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear the echo now too. It's probably because of the where is it at?
Hello?
Right.
Hello?
How about now? Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
I can't hear you.
I hear you. You sound good. You sound good, Kay.
Kid?
Yes. Yes. I hear you.
You hear? I can't say something. I don't know if I can hear nobody. Everybody can y'all hear me?
I'm speaking. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
If everybody can hear me, let's where's the I need the topics. What are the topics?
Give me a second. Let me pull the topics up.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So you give me thumbs up?
Hold on.
We got any viewers on? We got any viewers on?
We got a couple. Hold on. We might have to. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing
At all.
If y'all can hear me, that's cool. But I can't hear nobody. So
turn your volume up.
So we gonna talk. Let's just get right into it, man. Is a guy or a girl wrong? Are you saying hold on?
Yeah, hold on. Liana, can you hear? Liana. Hey, you want to start this over and get back on? We had a lot of people on and then they came back off. The shit works. Why you can't hear me at all? You saying? I can't hear nothing you were saying. Anything. How about okay. Well, I hear you perfectly. I hear you perfectly. So let's get back on. And then I'm thinking maybe we should cut this feed and get it and add another and do another one just so people could get that notification. What do you think? Or do you want to just do this one? It don't matter. People on, let's just go. Let me see. We have all right, let's go. We have five, 6 people on right now if you want to go. All right, just go. Get back on and go. All right, let's go, okay? Okay, you on? All right, you on, okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you good.
All right, what's up, everybody? So we bear with us. We trying something new with the whole Facebook and the trying to merge it with Clubhouse, YouTube. So bear with us. But so if you can hear me, the topic is it okay to have sex with someone else while you're in the talking stages? So anybody want to chime in? You feel free to. Damon to get you on. So my opinion personally, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If it's the talking stages, that's exactly what you're doing. You getting to know a person. I mean, once feelings get involved, of course, people are gonna want to know who you talking to or why you ain't answer that phone call. Or when you get there, when you get to that point of it, then I'm like, you know what, you gotta take it more serious. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me meeting you and we talking and we haven't got to the sex and I'm already having sex, I'm gonna continue to have sex. So that's just what that is.
I mean, it's one of those things, and I don't know if y'all can hear me. If y'all hear me, and if it's choppy, let me know, and I'll shut the fuck up. But it's one of those things where it's all about conversation and communication. But how I look at it when you're dating somebody, it's kind of something that's already known. Like if we're dating and we're nothing serious until that conversation happens, we're nothing serious. And I think people want to sit here and try to, what do you mean, like jump onto that whole we're serious without having that conversation. But shit, let's hear what people have to say. Maria, let's see what she's have to say.
Oh, whoa. Oh, y'all just pop us on like that.
No, wait,
No.
wait.
One,
Can
hold
y'all?
on.
It's a very bad echo.
Huh?
Say something.
You want me to say something now?
Echo.
Sorry. Should I get off?
Hey, Damien, Damien. Say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Nah, it's a bad echo.
Is it an echo on your end, Maria?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think it's just your phone, Kay. I have no echo neither. Anyone else that's listening, can y'all hear? We have Candid Johnson on there, D Jones, everyone that's listening. Is there an echo on your end? We got some eyes looking up from YouTube. That's
so you guys are like triple, quadruple doing your thing all across media at the same time? Is that what the difficulties are this time?
Now.
Yeah,
it's good now.
Okay, it was K. So go ahead on, Marie. What do you think about the topic? You have the topic. There's no echo. Everybody is saying that was just KK's Metro Boom. So there we go. So we have the topic on the top left-hand corner. What do you think about this, Miss Maria?
I think I agree with KK. I do not, well, I guess the both of you, I do not believe that until there's a conversation that's been had, communication is the key. You know, they say that communication is everything. And so, I mean, first, let me put in some perspective.
Okay.
I am newly single only since January after decades. So my perspective may be a bit skewed. That being said, me and my space, I don't want anything serious with anybody anyway. And if and when that time were to arrive, it would have to take a long time for me. I'm not trying to be serious with anybody. And so I'm not expecting that from anybody. And if anybody were expecting that from me, then I would try to communicate and make it clear that you do you, I do me, and we're just kicking it. We're having fun. That doesn't mean that me personally, I'm going to be sleeping with multiple people at the same time, because that's just personally not my interest. However, I'm not going to try to stop the gentleman unless I was really feeling him, you know? Why would I want him to put all of his energies and whatnot into only me when that's not what I'm wanting from him?
So do you have a conversation? Like, say, if you're just talking to somebody, y'all are getting to know each other, do you have that conversation? Like, say, we talk and we cool, but I don't want you to, like, put all your money and your eggs or your value on me right now. We're just having fun and we'll figure that shit out. How do you have that conversation? Or do you even have it?
I did have that conversation because I felt that without his without him saying anything, I knew that that's where he was kind of wanting to take it. And so that is when I felt the need to have that conversation and just be clear and open and blunt. I'm a Sagittarius, so I've been accused of being blunt, brutally honest, and things of that nature many times.
Y'all
Maybe
are
it's my fire sign, maybe that's just how I've just always been, just because that's who I am. But when I got the feeling, when I have had the feeling that someone was wanting more than what I was willing to accept in my energy field right now, then yes, I did make it clear. That's when I made it clear. I didn't choose to necessarily have that conversation though.
What do you do?
But if the guy were to come along where that I'm thinking, okay, maybe this one is more serious, then sure. I mean, maybe.
So the question is, what did he do? So as you sat there and you made it clear to him, and was like, say, you know, I mean, the booty is yours right now, but that's kind of all it is. I don't want to go serious with it, so have your fun. What'd you do? What'd he do?
Well, with this one in particular, the booty wasn't his, so we're gonna clarify that right now. I guess
so if you're in the talking stage, are you having sex with the person you're talking to and other people, or you
see,
having
the
sex with
talking
other people
stage is so
waiting to have
weird
sex
for me.
with her?
Are you defining the talking stage as like when you're just dating somebody, not mutually, you're just dating, you're going out, you're getting to know each other? That's what you mean by talking?
And not actually having sex with her yet, or having sex with him yet.
They make fun of me about this whole dating stage all the time on the show, and I tell you, when you're dating, it's kind of like up in the air. It's not really
right. I
No,
feel like it's up in the air.
If I meet a
I
young
mean, look,
lady tomorrow,
first of all,
go ahead.
I'm gonna rewind. Like, first of all, the talking or the getting to know somebody stage, if that's what we're gonna call it, dating. You're trying to get to know them, right?
Yeah.
So how can you put these barriers on what it is that I'm allowed or not allowed to do? And same, and in ditto, I'm not trying to put barriers on what you are or are not allowed to do because I don't know you. I don't know what this is. Again, me personally, only recently haven't been single. I'm not really feeling anybody right now, so it might be skewing. I mean, Mr. Wonderful could walk in and I'd still be like, no. So I'm a little skewed, but I'm just saying that's what dating is, isn't it? Is to meet multiple people. And like KK said, if there was somebody that I was sleeping with and I met somebody else, I'm not gonna cut off this one for this one when I don't know what that is, you know?
A lot of people do that, and a lot of people feel that, you know, when you're dating, a lot of people date monogamously, and I think
that's dating exclusively, and that's not dating.
That's a conversation. That's actually seeing somebody and being with somebody. But a lot of people automatically assume that when you're dating, it's like just you and me. And I always talk about, like, when you're dating, I want to date like my grandma used to date. You know, back in the day, Billy's gonna take it to the movies on Tuesday, and then, you know, Johnny Lou is gonna go on Wednesdays. And it's not necessarily sleeping around, but dating is specifically dating and seeing other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. See, I have one point of view, but then I have another point of view because I said I'm not going to cut this one off for that one.
Okay.
When I decide to sleep with number two, then I would cut off number one. But that's a personal thing. Number one, if he has whatever he has going on, then that's what he has. And I'm not asking him to cut off anything. And whatever number two has, he has what he's going on. And I'm not asking him to cut off anything. My personal choice is I'm only going to really be sleeping with one or the other. That's just my own thing. But I don't expect, what I've learned is not to expect anything from anybody anyway. Just expect from yourself.
Yeah.
Because then then you start putting these, then when people have that, well, you know, we are mutually, exclusively, dating. What if he meets somebody else? Or what if I meet somebody else? I mean, I don't know. There's also a difference between dating exclusively versus being in a relationship from my eyes too. For me personally, I'm only sleeping with one of them.
So you never had two dicks in the pot at the same time?
No. Not yet.
Boring. Boring.
I mean, again, I've been in a relationship for so long. I mean, are you talking about like 20-year-old Maria?
huh?
He said ever, so
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess 20-year-old Maria was wilding out. Yeah.
That's hold on. Candid also said something pretty dope. She's like, you can't compare your grandma to this generation. I want you to explain that if you
That's
can.
true.
I want you to explain that because I think the way that there's a lot of things that were done in the past that I think were better, and there are a lot of things in the past that was done worse. I think when it comes to that, it was a great way they dated and got to know people, because back then they actually really got to know people. But then of
Right.
course grandma was treated like shit in her relationship back then. So that's a whole nother conversation where it was bad.
Maybe.
Grandma was putting up with a lot of shit. Grandma was putting up with taking care of 3 and 4 families and outside relationships and other, grandma had it bad. Grandma was getting her ass whooped and couldn't leave.
not all of them.
Not all.
Yeah.
They were getting beat up.
Yeah, not all of them. You want to bring somebody else on real quick, Kay?
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, Candid, hold on. Give it to Candid. Hold on, Marie. We'll bring it back on. Stay in the loop.
Bye, guys.
Back on, okay?
Yep.
All right. So next we have, let's bring DJ on, see what DJ got to say. What's going on? Hey, DJ, real quick, before you go on, man, turn your phone to the side like a pistol, like you're about to shoot somebody, man.
Got you, no problem.
There you go.
There you go.
That better?
Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to y'all. First, let me just say this real fast. I appreciate what y'all doing. Y'all holding it down for the podcast world. Black excellence, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all, real talk. So I'm gonna just say I think her name was Maria, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I value and appreciate everybody's perspective on various topics such as this. I think it's dope to get different perspectives. And my favorite mantra that I live by nowadays is perspective matters. So I think everybody's perspective does matter. But on this particular issue, right? So I have a different take on it. If you're talking to somebody, the question is if you're talking to somebody, it's okay to get sex with somebody else, or sex with other people, right? And I feel like for whatever reason in 2021, our society is set up now to have this mindset that it's cool, and it is cool if that's what you want to do, but people want to just date numerous people at the same time. And I compare, like, personally, I compare dating to like fishing. Like, I go to the water and catch, a fish. Once I do all the process of cleaning and cooking the fish and everything else, I can only eat one at a time. You know what I'm saying? If I have 2 big ass fillets on my plate, chances are one of them gonna go to waste. Or I'm put one in the refrigerator and save it for another time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's okay to, focus on one at a time and see what the outcome is going to be. And if it's not the outcome that you expected, or it ain't fitting for you, or y'all on different frequencies or whatever, well, then it would be cool to go meet somebody else. I think sometimes by sharing yourself with so many different people, you don't really have a true assessment of who any of these people are, nor do you allow any of these people to know who you are. I could have a 2-hour conversation with Broom Quisha and have another 2-hour conversation with Brenda, and those would be 2 totally different conversations. And so now I have to memorize what I told each one. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes we get lost in the sauce with doing that.
But
okay, so if you, let's say you talking to Broom Creature with and you meet Brenda tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? You get to talking to Brenda for a couple of weeks, or you still gonna be smashing Broom Creature, right? Until you get to
That's
see
what I'm
what's
saying.
up with Brenda.
If I was talking to Broom Quisha and we were already, being
already doing shit with
sexually involved, then
yeah.
I'm probably not even going to entertain
Meet
Brenda at all. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
That's what
go.
I'm saying. I'm probably gonna just focus on Broom Quisha until I know what the outcome is going to be, because there's a thing that people forget about, and there's something that's karma. You know what I'm saying? And people get led on and people get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, and I've definitely, done my dirt in life for sure, but experience is the best teacher. And so, like, I've learned, like, I wouldn't want to talk to this woman and then be talking to her. And as men, we all get immune to some yams. After a while, we'd be like, damn, like, I need something new. You know what I'm saying? But something new ain't always the best thing. It's what we get greedy. So for me, again, I would focus on what's going to happen with the first one. If things ain't working out, if we're not compatible, whatever, well, then, have a conversation like adults and then move on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't it's and I guess I've dated differently in my life, which I guess everyone knows because they make fun of me about it. But it's if I'm not serious with one person, like if I'm not just if we're not exclusive at that point, I don't see the point in not talking to anybody else. When I say talking, I'm not talking about just having sex with everybody that you meet. That's a different conversation. But I mean just getting to know somebody. Now, of course, having sex with multiple people, that should be something that should be stated in the beginning when you start fucking somebody else. You should let them know. You don't want to waste somebody's time, you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to be like dealing with somebody else and not having the interest. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of tricky. Explain that. You know what I'm trying to say, DJ?
Yeah, but how do you? That's what I'm saying though. But as humans, right? If I have a chick today and we've been talking, hanging out, whatever, for 2 months, and then I
Okay.
meet another chick tomorrow, even if I have the mind frame or the mindset like I'm only gonna be having sex with the first girl, as humans though, it take one little thing to get me aroused, and now I'm trying to get them. You know what I'm saying, get them cheeks. Like how do you prevent that from happening? The only way would be to just avoid it.
Can you separate having sex with somebody and getting to know somebody?
Yeah, but
So I
but a
mean,
lot of but again, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so watch this. I'm sure you've been in this situation before, Damon. You meet a chick,
never.
right? Anyway, listen, you meet a chick. I'm saying you meet a chick, and you're trying to get to know her. She's trying to get to know you, whatever. She might be feeling you a certain level. You feeling her a certain level. Y'all end up having sex. Now you done gave her the, you know what I'm saying, the DC special, and she's like sprung diddly dung off of what happened that night. And you may not be feeling her like that, but she's like super into you now, right? Well, now you're like, damn, like I'm not really liking her the same way she liking me, and you start like, damn, like how do I shape this? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all had sex. Like sex is a very powerful thing. It does change situations. You know what I'm saying? We try to we try to act we don't see that, but it does. Whether you want to accept it or not, it can be a positive or a negative change. And sometimes if y'all ain't on the same level, sex can be a very dangerous thing.
I can have sex. I can have pointless, meaningless sex.
But
Very
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can, but it may
no.
not be the same thing for the person on the other end.
But believe it or not,
What are we? What are we?
Women can also have pointless, meaningless sex very well too. So I mean,
I agree with that as well. But I'm saying not everybody has the mindset. Like, unless y'all, you know what I'm saying. And also, truth be told, like I've experienced this as well. People lie.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a woman will tell you what she think you want to hear as the man, just to try to get close to you and have the chance to get to know you. So she could also tell you, yeah, I can have pointless, meaningless sex, and then
She
her
don't want
emotions
to.
get involved. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you give it to her, and that's not what she told you.
hold on. What does this comment say? We have Miss Jules. Miss Jules, she said the ego of a man isn't going to let a man look at a woman the same if you have that conversation with him. I don't care how evolved he is.
Yeah. I'm gonna lose interest right away if you tell me you still fucking with somebody while you talking to me. I'm good.
And
I'm
see,
good on that.
That's a prerequisite for me. I asked him at the get go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good on
100.
that. You can have that nigga then shit.
really?
100.
Oh
Really?
hell yeah, I'm good. I pass
Yes.
on that. Yeah.
Straight
You know
up.
what I
If
do?
I gotta be an option, I'm gonna cross over and hit the
I'm
jump
like a
shot somewhere
fool.
else.
Like don't make me look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a I got next type nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to play now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
well, that's the thing. So Miss Johnson said the same thing. How I don't see. I've had that. I've been that other dude to a female before, like, and I've also dated a woman in a sense, and like, who's next when I'm up type shit. And I've never, and I guess it's not. And this is me just talking about me. I'm not saying this is how everybody is, but I've been okay with playing the field and being that other dude because I've also known that I've had women playing the field and being that other woman. You know what I mean? And I'm not the type, like, if I'm just fucking you, I can separate sex and I can separate relationships, and if I'm just fucking you, I'm just fucking you. And if your feelings are getting too involved, that conversation needs to be had. Either you need to stop fucking me or we need to figure this shit out. But my feelings will never be where yours are at. And I've had those conversations with people. And it's a hard conversation, not for me to have, but it's a hard conversation for them to grasp. And it may not be the right thing to do, but it's like, I can separate sex and relationships. I really can.
Them conversations are not easy though, man. Like
They're not.
when you get asked what are we, like that's the hardest shit to answer in the world. Like, I'm a Williams. What are, what are you? Shit, what you mean? What are we? Like that shit ruins shit. Like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this no more.
Candy, Miss Johnson said, she said that's beta nigga shit, bro. I guess talking about me. But like I said, I don't want to like you ever met a woman where you just don't want to be her nigga and like you don't want nothing big to do with her? And there's some times where it's like all I want from you is sex. So as you sit here and say that's beta nigga shit, I totally agree because I don't want to be the nigga that you run to. I don't want to be your alpha. All I want at that time is the pussy and whatever else comes with that, and that's it. But it's fucked up. How it's not fucked up, but women say shit like that. But y'all females, women, y'all treat niggas like that too. Let's not pretend like that's not a thing. So as we sit here and be like, oh, that's beta shit. Like you're right. I don't want to be your alpha. I don't even want to talk to you outside of fucking with you, to be honest with you sometimes. And after that, you gotta go home. You're not spending the night. We're not kicking it. And I know Candy, come on in when you're ready. Stay on, DJ. But Candy, just hit the link in the description and come on. Because I mean, I think there's a lot of ways that shit should be. You know what I mean? And it's great. We all know how shit should be. Like DJ's talking truth. This is the way shit should be. But then there's a reality of it. Women do niggas dirty. Women are going out with niggas without a purpose of dating. Women are going out with niggas for the purpose of getting a free meal at Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Women are going, women are going out with dudes for the purpose of a free meal or a light bill and shit like that. So it's like, the same shit that women get mad at dudes for doing, so to speak, and getting their feelings hurt. I don't think it's any different from what women are doing on their end either.
Yeah.
Does that make sense though?
No, I do.
I mean, am I wrong for saying that?
It does make sense. I mean, I do think that both sides. I do think that both people do it, but like, how people always say like common sense is not common. Yeah, that's very much true. But we still all know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still all know like this probably ain't ain't a good choice to make. Like, as a man, like I said, I agree with KK. Like, if I meet a woman and we start conversing and talking or whatever, and then the question comes up like, say so what you doing? Are you dating? You know what I'm saying? Are you meeting, talking to anybody? You got somebody? Like, what's your status? What's up? And she says, oh, I'm just kind of, playing the field, doing my thing. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? I got, I talk to some people. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, in my head, like noted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm already thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna let her have them other options because what I'm saying, I'm not even gonna get involved with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many other women in the world. I don't have to sit here and compete for this woman's time. That's not me at this point in my life.
So every woman you meet, as everyone talks about, you date with a purpose. Every woman you meet, in a sense, and Candy just came on, so I'm going to bring her to the forefront in a second. She's over here shaking her goddamn head too. She ready to tear her ass up. But
you can see her?
Yeah, I see her on the bottom. I'm about to bring her on in a second. But as people date with a purpose, so to speak, everybody you date, are you telling me that that's somebody that you really want to be with? It's not like,
but we're not talking about women that we dating or men that women are dating. We're talking about somebody you are getting to know in the talking stage. Like when you talking, like, what's the talking stage to you? That's when you can do what you want to. Oh shit, she is shaking her head. Turn your phone like a gun, like a pistol,
like a goddamn pistol.
You can. If it's a talking stage, you can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You don't have no fucking title. Like, what? Go ahead, send your piece. Go ahead.
Slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, come through the phone and choke.
Okay, let me say this.
Yeah.
So, first of all,
okay,
we as women decide who we have sex with. Okay. Yes. First of all, there are a few things that are facts. The facts are that the other gentleman, and I don't know his name, I'm sorry, Kelvin. I only know Kelvin, but the other gentleman said that he doesn't mind. Now, this is my thing.
She about to let me have
you, as a black male, I mean, okay, black men that are not necessarily financially solvent, but just stable. If you got a job, if you got a place to stay, if you got a car, if you are decent looking, and damn sure if you over 6 foot tall and you got a little bit, a whole bunch of bread, you making like 50, $60,000, then you probably have access to quite a bit of pussy. That's number one. Number two, it is the facts. The facts here are that as a man, I've been with a man that I knew was sleeping with other women. And I also knew that at the second that he even thought, without a shadow of a doubt, that I was even looking at another dude, he was not going to be interested in me any longer. And that is the facts. It may not be right, it may not be okay, but it is what it is. And women, it's never been okay for, like, my great grandmother was married, had 5 kids. All they 5 kids was, they had 5 kids and they were married forever, died married. But my grandfather had children. My great grandfather had children out of wedlock.
Yeah,
My
that's
grandfather had children out of wedlock. My grandmother did not. My great grandmother did not. The facts are that women control, like, listen, Kevin Samuel says it best. Women control access to sex, and men control access to marriage. Only
amen.
what you want. If you want for a man to look at you as a woman, if you want for a man to seriously consider you as an option that he is going to be with primarily or first or whatever, then you have to be, in a sense, chaste. He does not want to know that you're sleeping with another man. Period. And I don't want no nigga that want to fuck me after another nigga done finished fucking.
Yeah, thank you. Say,
Man, if y'all know some of the shit I done did, I done passed them around and we didn't had fun. We didn't switch them up, same rooms. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm just gonna be completely honest with
I can't do it.
you. I mean, shit, we could talk about
Say,
it.
she say nobody tricked all her pussies in '98.
Come on, man. You come on, man. You if you
No,
if
I
you
mean,
really you think
go
that
ahead.
woman felt good about that? Because even if a man is not exclusive with you, you know if he fuck with you. You know if a nigga fuck with you or not. If he's not exclusive with you, I've had men that might have slept with other women, and whether I knew it for a fact or not is one thing. But I knew that hey, he fucked with me. So I don't know what he's doing with y'all, but he fucked with me. We
Yeah,
we good here. We got a good understanding, and we don't have to have an understanding about whether we exclusive or monogamous or not. Because the second you tell a man that you are going to the movies with somebody else, baby, he out of there.
And
So
see,
if you
that's
want
the
to
thing.
be treated that way, then okay. But I ain't fucking nobody that wants me to fuck nobody else. So it's not about me. It's not about me sleeping with somebody else. It's that I'm not sleeping with a man that's all right with me sleeping with somebody else. If when I give you this pussy, you don't get up and feel like, nah, I ain't nobody else fucking this, then we don't need to fuck no more. That's it. That's all, boo. Then
She
you
said
don't like
for real.
that's just it, and that's just how I feel.
She said, when I give you this pussy, but
I want you to be like, no, that's my shit, right? I need you to feel like you ain't doing nothing right. I need you to be mad when you find out. I need you to be mad, angry in your feelings, making Facebook posts, all that.
but
See,
see,
I agree with that. See, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I feel like a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like we already as humans are automatically like we're defaulted as selfish individuals. Like that's why I said earlier, I'm not trying to share the yams. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned. So like I need the yams to be mine.
hold on, but we're only talking about the dating, like with the talking phase. We're not talking about a woman
Still,
that, but like I said, every
still
woman,
because as I
every
said,
I date or that
go ahead,
I've
go ahead.
talked to, I'm not dating with the purpose of wanting them to be a specific one thing. Does that make sense? Like if
That's why I
I'm,
said earlier, like I'm trying to see if we are going to get to that level. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yes.
saying? Like that's what I'm
We
saying.
can't
Like
get there
we
if you
we
fucking
not.
somebody.
If you fucking somebody else, we ain't gonna find out, baby. If
I,
you got
We
it,
gonna never fuck.
if you fucking somebody, I'm meet somebody else. Like
yeah,
I don't
cool.
want you like that no more. Like,
Well,
but
good
see,
luck
yeah,
to you, honey. Good
I don't
luck.
even want to meet you. Like, I don't even like.
but see how look at in all honesty, you know, you always meet a woman
You
and every
nasty nigga.
and I'm shit, I'm what it is. But you know,
You know
every
what I
woman,
think you are? I
huh?
think you like easy women. And see, let me tell you something. So this is
I
just
don't like
the
them hard.
facts. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying for me, My biggest pleasure in sex is knowing that I am desired. No woman wants to lay down with somebody that just wants to lay. You can go to the glory hole, baby. The
Yeah.
niggas that fuck 5 or 6 bitches and don't care what you doing. In my mind, I be thinking like, what else would you fuck? And I'm not saying it about you, but my thing
No.
is that really, you really want to just you need that much? You need that much variety? I mean, come on.
uh, okay, now I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can without
Okay,
sounding
be
like a
honest.
fucking whore. Okay, so uh, when you meet a woman, it's funny. Every time you meet a woman, you ask them that question comes up. She be like, "Oh, I haven't fucked with nobody in years, or it's been months." And the thing with that, how I look at it is, I assume that everybody is fucking with somebody. I personally don't feel that when you meet someone that they're just on that break at that one specific time, right? Because it's like you're gonna meet a dude and you're gonna meet a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I haven't fucking 3 or 4 months." The likelihood of that being true is a fucking lie, right? And I'm gonna tell you that off top. I'm gonna tell you that off top. So that's a lie for men. That same lie exists for women. So therefore, I'm not worried. No, and maybe not for you, but I could tell. I mean, I
Most
date.
women, listen, I have friends, bro, and I'm
Uh
not
huh.
putting my business out there because I do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
However, most women are not having sex like that. You really like I have friends that are asleep that they do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they are beneficial to the men that they are with in different ways. They're super cool, they're super chill. They always got the weed rolled up. The kids be quiet all the time. They got nice houses and all that. So the men do come around a lot. However, most of my friends that are of value are not sleeping with men like that. And when they do sleep with a man, I mean, 3 or 4 months is not a long time, bro. You saying a bitch say she ain't slept with a nigga in 3 or 4 months and you think that's a long period of time. That's not a long period of time. It's easy to not sleep with a man. Y'all, women control access to sex because we are not as sexually motivated as you all. You
Agreed.
all are motivated by sex because that is testosterone is real. Everybody in this whole brand new world has forgotten that certain things are fact. Men are men and women are women. Now nowadays everybody's a man, everybody's a woman. I'm not giving my personal opinion about that, but the facts are that testosterone is a real thing. It's the scientific thing.
Yeah.
Estrogen is a real thing. Estrogen causes emotion. We do get upset on our cycles. That's real. It's not just a thing that we say to get attention. Men do become aroused by winning and by conquering and by being the alpha in the room. That is for real. Um, like I said, I've been listening to Love Dorsey and to Kevin Samuels.
Hmm.
Okay, before that, I was listening to AQ, who is the total opposite, and I still listen to AQ. But if no matter what side of the spectrum you're on, women control access to sex because we are more selective. Because period, we don't want it or need it like you all. And women that go around saying they do are only looking for attention. And they even if they tell you that they don't want your attention, they don't care what you're doing, they do. They feel like
Mm-hmm.
shit every time you get up and ask them to leave. No woman wants to be fucked and told to leave. And
I
any
agree.
that says that I'm just being whatever, I don't want that. And I've never known anyone, even if you're having casual sex with someone, you want to know that he fuck with you. You want to know that if you call him and say, like, oh my God, I'm so sick, he will possibly go out of his way to bring you a can of soup.
That's a possibility. Depends. What? That was a joke. But
Ain't no other women.
We play a lot. We play a
no,
lot.
that was a joke. That was a joke. It's only entertainment.
But where are the other women? I need more women on here.
Okay, hold on, DJ. I'm gonna bring you off real quick, and I'm gonna bring Maria back on now, real quick.
That's cool.
I'm gonna ask you real quick, if you don't mind, Miss Candid. How old are you, or age range?
I'm 42. I'll be 43 in 3 days.
Okay, and I think the whole, when it comes to sex and the woman liberation movement, so to speak, I don't know what I want to call it, but I think the way that women treat sex now as a whole is different. And the only reason why I'm speaking on that is because I date women, right? I can't speak on men the way you can because you fuck with men, I'd assume. But
No, I'm joking.
that's not entertainment. That's real.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Hold on, for real. Okay, getting spicy. But I think women are not as like women aren't worried about getting married as much as they used to. They're not worried about running behind men as much as they want to. Yeah. And that's just me dealing with women. Like I all kind of shades, shape, size, whatever. Like Maria was saying earlier, if she's gonna fuck with you, she's gonna fuck with you. But it's not always about fucking with you. You know, sometimes it's what it is, and sometimes that's it. And I think more women are like that, and more women are open about that, especially younger women, because they're more about their career, they're more about taking care of their child, they're more about wilding out and just having fun, whatever the fuck it is they want to do for them.
Back up, hold on, let me interrupt you.
Go ahead.
You said something real out of place. They're more about taking care of their child. Where the baby daddy at?
I don't know her situation.
When you're talking about you're talking about a mother, so they shouldn't even be having sex with nobody but the baby daddy. They should be married.
See, and
if you want to talk about what's
wrong again.
Yeah, I mean, again, now this is where the conversation becomes unrealistic because I understand what you're saying, and you're talking about how shit should be, but now there's a reality in how things really are. There's not a lot of women out there that are having sex with the mother of their kids. Let's be honest.
Not.
I fucked a lot of them. These niggas mothers and their kids. What?
Lets you lay up with her, but she don't really like you.
Do I think women will have sex with a man and not really like the man? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maria, what do you think?
Yeah.
You would have sex with a guy you don't really like?
I prefaced this whole thing by saying that I just got out of a almost 20-year relationship with the baby daddy, and it's only been a few months. And I agree that women are like that, but at the same time, I at the same time, I want to defend women and say that we also are generationally responding to the men out there as well.
No,
again, I'm coming from a place that's really jaded, so I apologize, but I feel like generationally men, maybe y'all are just getting caught more often. Maybe y'all are just, I'm not sure what's going on with the men.
No, it's not that we get caught.
We're searching for it, and we're on social media.
Yeah, and y'all talk too goddamn much. Grandmas wasn't talking back then. They wasn't telling the whole world.
So stupid.
I'm sure my grandma was getting cheated on by.
I bet Grandpa he had an ability to keep that down, and he was still holding down his family, and he wasn't beating her. That beating part, that part I can't.
I got a quick story.
But all of the other, she was feeling loved. She was feeling like a queen. She was being put in a space of safety and protection, and I just don't feel that. Never mind. I'm jaded.
No. I'm telling you, it's because women.
What she's saying is that you all don't have access to that number of. Y'all don't know how to make a woman, just like be all right, whatever you're doing, because when you with me, you make me feel so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what you're doing.
I think. But
all I'm doing is thinking about how great you made me feel just when you were around.
It isn't even, I wouldn't even go so far as to say I don't care what you're doing. I just don't suspect what you're doing. Because I'm happy.
I ain't tripping.
Like I don't have to go look. If I don't have something in my gut telling me something's wrong, I'm not looking. And maybe that was a mistake. Who knows?
No, that wasn't a mistake.
But I'm saying, so right. So if I felt that I was, the queen of the world and everything was wonderful, I wasn't looking. But y'all start, I don't know, maybe y'all get too confident, or maybe it's a midlife crisis, or I don't know, but I feel like men of my age, I'm also 42, in our age group, I guess, y'all, let me stop.
What's the midlife crisis? Hold on. What's the midlife crisis? Cheating?
That's why I was like, let me stop because I'm gonna go way too far.
May I ask? I'm sorry, Maria. Do you date black men?
I do.
Back then, black men cheated.
Y'all are cutting in and out. So if you said a joke, Damien, I didn't hear it.
You said black men. No, I'm saying you date black men.
Yes.
Black men act that way because black men outnumber us as black women. So you are a Hispanic woman, I'm going to assume. So
Colombian, yes, ma'am.
This boy shaking his head for.
Oh, I'm doing some Colombian.
I was going to say black men outnumber us. They have more options. This is the thing. We have to compete. You got to compete. You got to compete. You got to compete. That's it. And guess what? Period, point blank, end of conversation. In this day and age, I used to be the girl, and I am the girl, and I ain't trying to be funny. I'm one of the girls that when I go in, a dude might be like, oh, yeah, she cute. And my friend might be like, oh, he cute. And then when they talk to me, I'll be like, my friend like you. Nowadays, I'm like, nah, bro, he don't like you. He don't like you, sis. He like me. Women got to compete. That's what it is, period.
See, that's something new for me. I don't know. I'm definitely not in a place where I'm going to compete. And when I was in the spot in my life where it was suddenly like, there's somebody else. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I'm not competing. Oh, yeah. Take her.
You weren't competing. You had a side chick.
I was not going to compete. I was out of there. And right now, I don't feel like I'm competing for any. I really, truly don't feel like I'm competing for anything right now.
Were you number one and you had a side chick?
Sorry, say again.
You gave a bitch to win. If my man got a side chick,
I'm
competing. I'm winning. You're losing. I'm winning.
Oh no. I said you do you, and he's still trying to do me, and I'm just saying no. I do you.
Candid.
That's why it's not the win. I got the kids. I have the house. I have my career. I have my peace. I have my peace now. I feel like when that happened, it challenged my life to the extreme and made me realize maybe I wasn't as at peace as I thought or something. But right now, I have zero desires to compete for anything or anybody. If the universe sends him or if he sends him my way or if he does, I'm good right now. Maybe, let's have this conversation in a couple years whenever I'm back to I want to be in a relationship. But right now, I'm just like, fuck love. I'm in the fuck love. I don't want to know anything about love. And so maybe that makes me a little bit crazy, like sounded like Damien. But then as I'm listening to him, it's like, shit, it's because of people like you that now I'm like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so jaded and broken.
But then, and that's the thing, it's crazy because like both of y'all are on two exact opposite spectrums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you talk about competing, I'm big on what Candid just said. I'm big on competing. If I want something, I'm going to compete for it. And not only am I going to compete for it, I want it also to compete for me. I want to know.
Is that why you will be with the women who have the other men?
Get it.
It's a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question.
No.
You say you like the competition. So is there maybe something deep underlying within you where you're like, oh, that one who has a guy and that one who's dating somebody else, well, I fucks with them.
No.
Because I want the competition?
No, it's not about that competition. It's just simply about like, there's sometimes where you meet somebody, right? And it's just a sexual situation, right? Yeah. So if I'm just fucking you and I don't want nothing serious with you, right? Who am I to tell you that you can't do what you want to do and find your truth out there? It would be selfish of me to be like, nah, I'm fucking you. I don't want nothing to do with you, but you can't go fuck with somebody else. We're going to exhaust this relationship until we both had enough, period. This is what it is, and this is what it's not. So me allowing or being okay with somebody else fucking somebody else, I'm not talking about someone that I'm serious with, someone that I care about, or someone that I feel like I want to date exclusively.
Then let me ask you this. How do you find, with that mentality, how do you find the girl whom you do want to be exclusive with, whom you don't want her giving it away. Like, how does she move up the ranks if they're also very unvaluable to begin with?
But again, not everybody is unvaluable, right? And it comes to a point where it's like you meet somebody and they'll prove their worth, as Candid said. If she's out there dealing with some man, right, and she is interested in him, she's gonna come at him differently than she's gonna come at some guy that she's just fucking with every now and then. So,
well, you know what? Once I had so one time I have only one time that I didn't have like a boyfriend or a dude that I thought was my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Or a dude that I knew. You know what I'm saying? My last boyfriend that was a long time boyfriend, my last long term relationship. See, now your last long term relationship was with somebody that I guess you were with a while, and they cheated on you, and you took what you took from it. What I took from my last relationship that was a serial cheater was that now that we talk all the time, was that if you would have just chilled, I probably would have left them all alone because I really wanted to be with you. But you were constantly jumping on hoes, jumping in hoes inbox, checking hoes, trying to run hoes off. So that made them come harder. Every time I would be like, everything I would try to do would backfire. So now when I look back in retrospect, I think like, God, so many, if I had from the very first time that I started tripping out, and then in my mind started to think, okay, well, this what's happening, this what's going on, making up things, because that's what happens when you start to become insecure.
Mm-hmm.
But if I never
We had that topic.
for it, I literally picked up this man's phone and looked at it. Had I never looked at his phone, I would have never known that he was sleeping with somebody that was in my house every day, because she would have never told me. So she would have never told me. So had I not known that, had I not picked up his phone to say, like, what they talking about, why I can't see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is he doing that? I would have never known, because there was no clue. She was in my house every day. Now, in the meantime and in between time, I have been dating somebody that, I mean, I don't know what he do, and I don't really give a damn, just to be honest, because he don't do nothing he don't do nothing. It's nothing on his social media going on that I can see. I mean, we're fine. When I need or want him to come around, he comes around. We get along perfectly great. We're great friends.
Have you had the conversation with him whether you guys are exclusive or not, or is it an assumption?
Don't do it. It's gonna fuck up everything.
No, he knows that I am exclusive. But he also knows, like, recently I met somebody I really, really, really like. I really like this guy. And so I cut him off, you know. But I might go back to him later on. I don't know if this guy don't pan out. So now I'm not gonna
us as men. Come on.
I'm just keeping it real.
Jeez.
I'm gonna keep it real for the women. I'm not gonna sleep with two men at one time, but I will go back to my old faithful. I will go back to my old faithful. I'm gonna go back to my longtime side nigga all the time. And
she got that reserve.
Hey, long time side nigga, man. Know your work, playboy.
Just in case of emergency.
Know your work, man.
Open glass. She got that side. She got that emergency thing. I get it though.
Every woman has one guy that they call, that they know that that's the guy I'm gonna call, because you can get along with him. He can get along with you. Y'all know one another. Y'all are familiar with one another. You trust him in your house.
You about to get somebody cussed out when they get off this feed. Look,
that's
who that one nigga, bitch? Say, look.
That's that Splackavelli.
I mean, if I'm dating someone now and I don't even speak to him, and he knows I don't speak to him, period, and he pretty much knows I'm serious. If that guy don't pan out, then I'll go back to my old faithful. Women won't tell you that. They're not sleeping with 2 or 3 guys at one time. They're sleeping with that one guy. Some of my friends might have 2 that they kind of like, if they get mad at one, they'll go to the other one, but they're not sleeping with 2 at the same time.
You understand that's the same thing as sleeping with multiple. Like, just because you're gonna.
No, it's not, because we're not going back and forth.
If I get pregnant, I know who the baby daddy is, bro. I ain't sleeping with the same one in the same term of conception.
Right.
No, but I'm saying
at one time.
Just because you sleep with one man 1 month and then next month you have another man and that nigga fuck up, so the month after that you have another man, like that is the same thing as niggas fucking with one girl on Monday, another girl on Wednesday, and that same other girl on Thursday. Like
it's not.
it's basically
That's 3 in the same week. I mean, I'm gonna give it a week and a
Come
half
on, bro. I
between.
mean, give it some time.
now. Okay, so you're gonna have to put some marinate for a little bit. Now we're just splitting hairs.
I
Like
want
now,
to know who my baby daddy is if I get pregnant.
so you don't work. Wear condoms, okay? Strap up.
Yes, we
Condoms
should
don't
have
always
began this
work, bro.
conversation that way.
I'm
Condoms
joking.
don't always work, bro. And I don't wear condoms for pregnancy issues. I wear condoms for sexually transmitted diseases because you don't always
Amen.
know what people do
Yes.
when they're, even if you're monogamous, you don't know.
That's
Right.
true. But and that so you said something earlier, Candid, that was kind of dope. When it comes to trust issues, like I don't jump into people's phones, I don't sit there and scroll through timelines because my whole thing is if I don't trust you, if I personally can't trust you in my heart, I feel like I need to do that. That is all I need to go. I don't need proof.
Period.
I don't want to have that lifestyle to where like I feel like I have to check this or check that or ask about this and ask about that. Because again, once I do that, I'm doing too much and I need to pack my shit and go because trust is gone at that point. So I agree
Good
with
on
you.
you. Because when you see the proof, it'll change your life.
No,
So your man cheated on you. So your man cheated on you and you decided to leave.
The day that I found out, I packed his stuff while he was at work. All of it.
While he was at
I
work,
had like
he was at
4
work, sis, and you
trash
packed his
bags
stuff?
full of shit. Some was glass, maybe it broke. I know that I never broke anything on purpose. I just let it drop onto the sidewalk.
That's so
And I
crazy.
took a picture, sent it to him, and said, I'm about to put this on Facebook Marketplace for free.
So not only did you break your shit
Come
on,
get it as fast as you want. That's
only-
how it went down.
Y'all
No,
have
it-
kids together?
We do. We have a 20-year-old, a 6-year-old, and I have a 13-year-old in between that. But he's been stepdad too.
Baby, listen. You shouldn't have done that. You should rethink that. Is he apologizing? He trying to come back?
Yeah.
Baby, you better rethink that. These niggas ain't playing, baby. They got options. And that's
Candy
for
is
real.
very old school, man. Like Candy is
I'm
taking
sorry, but
That's for
I've
real.
found
Listen, I'm a
out.
bad bitch, baby.
I have found
Bad,
out in
bad,
these
bad,
past
bad
few
bitch.
months, I have
I'm a
options.
bad.
I have
bad,
options,
bad bitch.
options, options,
And I'm
options
telling you,
upon
these
options.
niggas got options out here. And these hoes
I
out
have
here,
options.
no, you don't, baby.
Girl, let's talk after the show.
You know how many I'm talking about? Do you know how many men out here? Do you know how many men out how they outnumber us? They all in prison. I'm talking about somebody
But
that's
see,
gonna go to work and pay
God,
the
let
bills.
them be. Let them outnumber us. Let them be in prison. Let them whatever. I'm
They
in a
ain't out
space
here
in my
for
life.
us. They not out
I'm
here, sis. They
I'm a
not
space in my
working. I'm
life where
telling
I
you,
don't
these niggas
want
ain't
him.
shit.
I don't
They
want a
garbage.
man. I do not. I'm telling you, I'm in a space where I'm so broken. I don't want the dream. I don't
Well,
want it.
then at least consider going, like, thinking about taking him back later. Because if y'all been together so long, I'm telling you, these niggas don't pay bills. They stay with their mama. They want to smoke your weed. They want you to listen. They want you to accept other hoes. Then they get on Facebook flossing with your earrings on. Then they want you to I'm talking about they whack, they weak, they punks, they horrible out here.
She
You're not
jaded
gonna
as
find
fuck.
a man you want that wants you too that easily.
I
You're gonna have
just
to
don't.
really understand that these black men out here, these hoes is in these niggas inbox like it ain't nobody business. I don't care what nobody say. I have nephews.
I don't ain't nobody in my inbox. Nobody.
Boy,
I don't
you
believe it.
lying. I'm so sick of his shit, and he's got a popular podcast. I'm finna get off the podcast.
But ain't nobody in my inbox. I'm not. My shit dry as fuck. Can't
I'm
don't
just
look.
saying I don't want anything from anybody. I would just want me. And
You're
when
just hurt right now.
I am, and I feel like I'm a different person. But there's something that feels so permanent about this change, though. There's a permanent there's something that's going to stick permanently. Nothing is permanent, but there's something that's going to stick for a very long time, and that's just my newfound value, my newfound worth that I don't need for anybody. I just
You
don't.
don't want nobody.
I don't want nobody, that's for sure. But I don't need is more important. I don't need.
No.
I have my babies, they're beautiful. I have my house that I'm paying on. I have my job that I'm blessed with. I'm incredibly blessed to be self-sufficient, and I just don't see the need to try to commit to anything other than anybody other than myself and my kids. I just am not there.
Okay,
I
so
don't know that I'll ever be there.
I have a question real quick for y'all ladies. Okay, so we had a listener who has a question. So the question is, let's see, it's gonna come up in a second. The question is, she's with a guy since January. Their kids know that they're dating. Gymnast moms know that they're dating, but he introduced me as his friend. Where is that line?
Well,
Genius,
what does
huh?
she mean by dating? Are they dating exclusively? That's the question.
I mean, obviously she's dating him in a different light than he is dating.
Nah, he fuck with somebody else if he introduced you as just a friend.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it is. If you think if she thinks they dating and he say this is my friend, she thinks that they dating, right?
She's
I'm
using the
dating
word dating,
someone
but we've got to
exclusively.
clarify what dating
Listen,
means.
I'm dating someone exclusively, and I said I was gonna tag you in this video, and he said, "Why didn't you?" And I was like, "Well, because I didn't know if you wanted people to know." And so I always say friend. That's the first time that we've ever, and that was just like recently that we addressed it. That I was like, I was gonna tag you in the video, but I didn't know what you were gonna say. Or I was gonna take in the video. He's like, "Why didn't you?" And I was like, "Well, because I didn't know if we were supposed to like tell people."
Your
You know what
pussy
I'm
got,
saying?
Like, tell people though if y'all dating.
hold on, Kay. Her pussy got wet immediately when he said that. Why didn't you? She's like, ah, this
I mean, I don't because you don't always know. You know what
she's
I mean?
smiling right now thinking about it.
You don't always know. Like, do I do it? You know what I mean? Like, are we together? Are you dating other women? You don't know, so you just don't want to say nothing. But that doesn't mean that he don't really like her. He
I don't think everything is always just one thing. I don't think like a lot of people be like, well, if he did this and he must be doing that, or if she did that,
no.
outcome. I think there's always more to a conversation. But I think that's always a conversation that you need to have with him and explain your expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can own up to that expectation, then shit is cool. Y'all good.
Mm-hmm.
If he can't own up to that expectation that you set for him, then at that point you have to figure out, is that cool with you or is it not? It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a conversation that I see you directly need to have with him, and that's just me being as serious as I possibly can. No joke.
I don't think it means he doesn't like her. He obviously is taking her out places.
Yeah, I don't think that it just means that he's probably scared. He could be, because I've been times where I've done that, like how she said the guy that she was dating, you're kind of unsure, you don't want to jump the gun before the gun is loaded, so it's like, oh no, that's my friend, we good, but then it's like you don't want to be like, oh, that's my girl, or that's my boo, that's my babe, and then all of a sudden, you know, nigga, we just buddies, like, and it's like, oh shit. So it's one of those things where you need to have that conversation in a sense and let that.
Yeah,
shit.
I didn't want him to untag himself.
Then you find out.
Right,
Yeah.
I've been like, this nigga untagged himself. Then I've been mad.
Yeah. So that's a conversation, but it's funny with y'all two. Like listening to y'all two, y'all are on the exact opposite sides of the spectrum. From my understanding, from listening, Candy, you're very old school, and
No,
you're
not really. I just want a husband.
but
no, you don't.
Get a man to want to be with you.
And that's
I want
very
somebody to marry me because I want to have a wedding ceremony so I can have a pretty dress and a bunch of bridesmaids.
and
See,
that all.
but you could do all of that and have the party. The party.
But everything.
yourself.
Listen, let me tell you something. Recently, I was supposed to move
marriage.
to Liberty, Texas. I had a huge thing going on in Houston that was supposed to happen. I started my business and everything started popping off. And my 91-year-old aunt fell in the nursing home. So she fell. They had her in a diaper. None of the family could go in. It was COVID-19. So because I'm the only single woman in my family with no children, it just seemed like the thing to do for her to come stay with me. So now she's like, just send me back, because she found out that I missed this kind of like huge opportunity. So she's a little bit like, I don't want you to do this for me. But she was a career woman. She was a career counselor at St. Philip's College for 51 years. She owned the first house in Coliseum Park with a built-in stove. And now she's wanting a loan because she didn't have a man. If you don't find a man, your kids are going to find husbands and wives. And your house is going to get too big for you. And you're going to be lonely, I promise you. So you're either going to find another woman that doesn't have a man and y'all will live together.
Shit. Golden Girls.
I'm not talking about like lovers, but as companions.
Yeah, like Golden Girls,
If
like
I
friends.
don't find a man in the next like 5 or 6 years, I'm gonna find a female companion I can share rent with and share my time with. We can go on trips and whatever, and maybe we'll find some D on the trips. But I want a husband. I want somebody to choose to spend the rest of their life with me. You have been with somebody for 20 years, so you hurt, but baby, don't die alone. I'm trying not to.
I don't think that I will. I'm just saying that right now, I'm definitely not interested in right now. And what is going to stay permanent is that I will never need again. I may want again, but I will never need again. I will never put so much of myself in someone else's hands. I won't do that. I just won't. There's a different kind of love out there that is not without the attachment. I will love again if that's to come, but it will be without the attachment. I won't have an attachment again.
That is that, like I said, y'all are on two completely ends of the spectrum. Like Candid, you may not want to believe it, but you're very old school in your beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
I'm just dry, Damien. I'm just dry, baby. It's been a while since I had a good man. And let me say, I gotta pay somebody to cut my yard all the time.
Shit,
because I don't know whether I can even call my little boyfriend and ask him because I don't know what we
That's
are.
true.
Where you live?
I need somebody to come mow my lawn, as a matter of fact.
Deal with that. I don't want to say, well, you come cut the yard, because if he say no, I'm gonna have to cut him off.
Hey, KK, let's start a lawn cutting service. We just going around cutting yards.
Yes.
Cut single women yards.
Start with ours first, because mine is atrocious.
Girl,
the
you
weeds are so tall.
I got rid of that man.
We gonna trim the weeds.
He offered to come mow the lawn, and I said no.
I'm
gonna hire somebody, motherfucker. Anyway, this is not news.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna bring y'all two off real quick. I'm gonna bring.
Alrighty, talk to y'all later.
Thanks, y'all. KK, I want my shirt.
Yeah, I got it. I'll link up with you tomorrow. I got it for real. It's in the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm not gonna show y'all. Y'all got me sitting outside the store.
Bettina.
Yes, Bettina. Y'all got me sitting outside the store. I look rough, so I'm not gonna get on. I'm gonna let y'all hit the steering wheel for a little bit.
We got you. We see them nails, so you good. We see them nails.
Okay. I was like, I'm a woman, contrary to what I look like right now.
So how do you feel about it?
First of all, let me say, dope conversation, very much so. I will say this about the options that men and women have versus dating is very slim. First, because we live in San Antonio, so it's 10-1 to begin with. So we out here fighting over scraps in the streets, and that's sad. And the scraps that we are
hold on, come back.
/ girlfriend / whatever the case may be, because we never really know what we're dealing with. So that's my whole thing with. I've been in long-term relationships and I've been in short-term relationships, and you never really know what you're dealing with until it's in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always ask myself, do you want to be happy or you want to be informed? So and that's real shit. Like, it just is like, do you want to be happy? If you want to be happy, bitch, sit down. Or do you want to be informed? And that's when you go blues cruising around looking for paw prints. And that's just what it is. We always, in the back of our mind, women we have intuition. We know what it is. If we got to ask the question, bitch, you know what it is. You already know what it is if you got to ask the question. You sleep differently when you know your nigga not cheating on you. You just sleep differently. Chris 75, one leg outside the blanket, one leg inside the blanket, and you don't stir when that nigga get up to go take a piss. It's just a whole different type of situation. And I understand what old girl was saying. I understand that she just got out of a 20-year relationship. Ain't no telling what that motherfucker did to her. She
Boy.
probably was trying to look up Google how to grind up glass in that motherfucking food. Before she kill him, she gotta let him go. But I also understand how old girl feeling, because being lonely is a motherfucker. Like I said in the chat, I got the coldest Brookstone coupons on deck. I was like, their back massagers are the best.
Quote unquote.
Yes. But the point is, being lonely is a motherfucker, in waiting for that special someone to pick you is a motherfucker, because you're right. A man has to choose to want to marry you. But out here, these motherfuckers marrying bitches that they just met 6 months ago. So marriage ain't what it used to be.
And that's my thing when I sit
I
here
was like, it ain't what I know a motherfucker right now that been married 4 times in the last 3 years.
My bad, I ain't mean to laugh. My bad.
That don't mean nothing for a motherfucker to get on his knees and ask you to marry him and buy you a ring. He don't do that shit. These motherfuckers out here popping that shit out like Pears candy.
That's it. Niggas is asking a woman to get married just for the pussy, as opposed
just for the pussy.
That's it.
And like I said, and it sounds horrible as fuck, because I love the feeling of being in love. I love loving a black man. I love it. That's the feeling is this is nothing like anything. It's like ambrosia to the Greek gods. That shit is amazing. But let me tell you something out here. Ain't nothing like new pussy. Can't a bitch, can't no bitch. I don't give a fuck if she cooking, cleaning, having food on the table by 6, teaching kids Spanish, French, work a CEO job, do all type of shit. If a ratchet ass bitch with a fat ass and some new pussy walk by and offer it to him, that nigga gonna think 2 or 3 times before it be like, he gonna try to figure out some James Bond shit. How can I fuck this bitch without my girl finding out? That nigga gonna put more thought into fucking that bitch than into getting you a Christmas present. Trust and believe that.
Oh, you gotta come on the show.
That's the reality of it, though.
It's the reality of it.
It sucks, but it's what it is.
It's no such thing as a Prince Charming. You got to build your own happily ever after. Another bitch put up is another bitch put out. That's just is what it is. And dating is the same way. I can kind of see how women are geared towards, oh shit, I just met this dude. He the truth. He doing his best shit for you, ma. He doing his best shit for you. He doing his best shit for you. You don't know how many times his baby mama had to tell him to do something, and you don't know anything of a nigga. If a dude is doing his best shit, let him do his best shit until he can't do his best shit no more.
No more.
But definitely have your options. Do not singular dating is stupid as fuck. I was like, you gotta line your options up. And I'm not saying go you fucking Dan on Monday, but you gotta give being head on Tuesday. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you don't gotta be fucking everybody, but at least know what the dick print look like. Just in case. Just in case one night you don't want the Brookstone coupon to kick in.
Yeah.
And always, you're right, always use condoms. You're right. But if you think he ain't out here fucking Tiffany, Julie, I mean, he got a bitch for every day of the week. He rightfully out here saying you ain't giving no pussy, and he's saying wait till you see my Wednesday bitch though. I was like, my Wednesday bitch 5. 5.
And the funny thing is, Joel, you over there talking about the married man. You ain't even talking about the single man.
Nah, the single men out here, they out here choosing.
Shit, the married men
they can choose in peace.
Yeah.
Choose in peace. But I can only talk about the married men because those are the ones that want to date.
Yeah, they got married men got rosters. Married men out here moving, and that's the thing. Married women too. They out here moving.
They out here moving. Do you hear me?
They are winning.
They out here winning. You know what I'm saying? And be having so many stories to go with it. But I'm saying, like, single men move like they single. Single women don't move like that. Single women move like they want a relationship. And that's the problem. That's why we get so devastated. That's why we get so hurt. That's why we get so caught up. That's why we out here. They out here bashing out windows, putting it on TikTok, and doing all type of criminal activities. We out single men out here living like superheroes. We out here living like the fucking villains. Like we doing wild ass shit.
You know,
we get hurt.
You know what's so crazy about it, and the reason why that whole situation is fucked up, so to speak, and it boils down from shit that we were told when we were kids. And follow me on this. So when you're younger, right, you have a very attractive woman, like kid. I talked about this with you before, okay? And you're like, oh, she's so beautiful. Look at her pretty eyes. She's gonna make some men happy. Beautiful kids, and you have an attractive little boy with nice eyes, good hair. Oh, he gonna get all the women. He gonna get all the hoes. Like, oh my god.
I'll be saying that shit to little nigga. Let me borrow two of your girls when you get older, nigga.
Yeah. So growing up, you have a bunch of women that in their mind from the societal talks and conversation and rearing, you have them automatically thinking that how candid is the very traditional lifestyle, getting older, getting kids, marrying, cooking, having a the white picket fence, and that's how women are all geared. And their whole purpose is to go out there and find someone to marry. They're not worried about the specific individual. They just want someone to marry. So that's why they're dating with that purpose and hoping someone fits the purpose, not hoping they find someone they can be with forever. And if they get married, they get married. But that foundation of forever and happiness is what's more important. Marriage to them is more important. Whereas men, we're like, shit, we out here trying to get hoes because we got them pretty eyes and we cute. And that's what we're always been taught. So I think from the jump, it's kind of a fucked up situation to put men and women in, because we're fighting and we're living life, learning to love two completely different ways from the jump.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's one of those things, as you said, like, you know, single women move specific and single men, shit, we out here wrecking, which is sad. But it is what it is.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. Let's see what Liana, we're going to bring Liana on and see what she has to say. She's been in the queue. What's going on, Liana?
Oh, she got a shirt on too. Okay.
Dope shirt. Pistol to the side. We'll bring Jewel back on. Hold on. We're going to have Jewel come on as well because she got off. You back on with you?
But it's not to the side. Is it to the side?
Yeah, no,
there you go.
Side.
We good. We got there you go. Jewel to the side. She cocked. You must have your lock screen on, Liana. That's cool.
Hold
but
on.
you're back on, Jewel. You hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all.
Damien, first of all, I disagree with what you said about women saying that they haven't had sex for like months or years. Nigga, you knew my situation when I was married and I got cheated on. No, that was years. And I'm not fucking nobody because I don't know where your dick been. I went years.
But you're talking about you. But you're talking about you specifically, and that's fine. Like, I date women, you know, and the conversation isn't always what you're saying. I agree with you saying about you. You know what I mean? I agree that if you're saying you haven't fucked no one in a long time, that's great. And like you said, I know your situation, and I get it. But not every woman moves. You know, y'all aren't. Every woman isn't moving the exact same way. So, but I hear what you're saying.
But can we get back to the question, because we like went like so left about like what personal relationships and all that. Y'all's topic was about sex.
I'll post it for you.
Having sex with somebody, and there we go. Is it okay to have sex with someone else? Yes, you can have sex with somebody else if you're just talking to somebody. But for me personally, I can't be doing all that because that's just too confusing. I might be calling you somebody else's name and just get myself fucked up. I can't do that. I have to be like, I have to talk to one person. I can't do that. That's too much for me. And our homegirl said it was stupid just to talk to just one person, but for me, it's not stupid because I don't. That's too much going on, and then you just have to be thinking of lies and.
There shouldn't be no lies included into if you're talking to somebody. I mean,
I think y'all are thinking too much into like it's really not. When you're talking, you're getting to know people. Like
getting to know somebody.
It's nothing that diabolical about talking to people and figuring out who it is that you want to spend your time with. It's like it's like you try out a bunch of different foods to find out what is your best food and what you're gonna fucking rock with.
But I ain't gonna be mad at the other food though. Like that's a bad analogy. I'm
Well,
not gonna
this
be
is the,
mad at
but
the
this is the
other
thing. I
fool.
put it like this. What about? I mean, you're a pretty girl. You probably got a bunch of dudes in your inbox or whatever. What's the longest conversation you've had with somebody in the inbox, just getting to know somebody?
You waving? What does that mean? What's that mean?
I,
You don't want to have a conversation right now?
no,
okay.
I
I
just
get it. I
don't.
get it. I got that.
If I'm
She
into
lying.
somebody, I'm gonna have that conversation with you. I'll talk to you. We'll exchange numbers, but like I said, I'm that person. I can't talk to multiple people. So if I'm vibing with you, you the person that I'm going to be talking to, and that's
Okay.
it. That's who I'm gonna be talking to.
Nigga, you with me.
Huh?
She like, nigga, you with me.
Yes, you mine. That's mine.
So
All
if that situation doesn't work out, are you hurt or you devastated behind that situation after the fact? Oh, okay.
No. Cause I'm not. It's
You don't feel
not
like you want your
a
time back?
commitment. It's not a commitment at that point. I'm not committed to anybody. We're talking. So I'm not. There's no hurt feelings behind that. Nothing like that. But if it's something that's getting serious and I got feelings for you and you got feelings for me, and then it gets cut off, then of course, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way. But shit, I'm a big girl. I'll get over it. But
See, like
so
I
it's a
said,
no-go if he's having sex with somebody else?
Say again?
So it's a no-go for him to have sex with somebody else, and you in like it's a no-go, or is this a no-go for you to have sex with other people while y'all are talking?
If we're talking, you can fuck whoever you want to.
Okay.
But if we start fucking,
oh yeah,
no.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
That's mine. You might as well just tap my name on the dick.
Okay, so that's what you can't claim dick like that without having that conversation, and that's the thing that a lot of people just hold on real quick, real quick, because just because you're fucking somebody doesn't mean that is your nigga. Just because you let that nigga get some pussy doesn't mean that that's your dick. Like that's a dick. Yeah, that's a conversation that needs to be had, and that's what's fucked up with situations. Like
no, but I think that, but for me, that conversation would be had though. Like if I'm gonna have sex with you, like it's gonna be like
be honest. Be honest. If you're gonna fuck somebody, you're gonna be like, well, before we have sex, I need to let you understand that you're not gonna be able to fuck anybody else after this, and this pussy is yours and that dick is mine. Even though we don't like each other, and a lot of people sit there and be like, "Well, I only have sex with people I like, and I'm madly in love with." Like this is the bullshit conversation that I hear. Not saying you're having it, but that's the false reality that people like to spin out there. Not everybody who's fucking somebody is somebody they love. Not everybody they're fucking is somebody that they had that conversation with to let them know that this pussy and this dick is ours.
That I'm not gonna sit here and have a conversation and be like, okay, so we're fucking, so you're not allowed to have sex with anybody, because and the conversation needs to be had, because it reminds me of something KK said on one of the podcasts where he said something about a bitch sucked the girl's pussy juices off a nigga's dick or something like that.
I've never said nothing like that, have I?
Yes, you did. I'm gonna go find that.
Please find. I don't even talk like that. That had to be Damien.
No, it was a
song. No, it wasn't. It was you.
Recited a song. You recited a song like Plies,
yes.
Bootsy Badass, Webby.
It was you. It was you. I promise you. And I think about that, and I think that is so nasty.
No, I say everybody want to fuck the next nigga bitch, not knowing his bitches and this nigga bitch. You talking about that?
No, something like that.
Yeah, that might have been. I don't know. Pussy. Who sing like that?
It was a song lyric of somebody.
It was something. But I would want to have a conversation and be like, look, you don't know who's sleeping with who. You don't know who has what. So I would want to have that conversation and be like, look, you who I'm fucking, that you who I'm fucking, I'm not fucking nobody else. So if that's what you're gonna do, then maybe we don't need to be doing this, because my vagina is precious and I don't do that.
It's not.
So how long do you give him time to cut it off?
What? Say it again.
how long do you give that individual time to cut it off after y'all had that conversation? Because his situation may be it predates you. It may be like 8-9 months in the making. So he may have a problem with cutting that off till he figure out. But he might not let you know that.
You the new one.
I mean, I might not even give him that option. I might just cut it off myself if I feel like, you know, he has an issue with cutting that shit off. If I have a time frame. I don't always want to put something else in somebody else's court to handle, you know, my feelings and what I want to get out of the situation.
And that concept you talking about, like, your pussy is precious. This is the thing, and this is something that is funny, right? And y'all women are gonna hate me when I say this, but pussy is
probably will.
Pussy. All right. And the thing is that, you know, everybody thinks their pussy is made of gold. Like, every woman says this shit. Every woman thinks they got something that no other woman has. And it is right, y'all do, but it's not y'all's pussy, right?
It's not really. That's why I say it's not the pussy. But I just told you, nothing compares to new pussy. I'm somebody's new pussy to somebody.
Exactly.
So, I mean, so she's new pussy to that man. So he might cut it off sooner than later because she's new pussy. He want that new pussy.
He's not gonna cut it off. He's gonna lie, like Carl Wallace said. He's gonna lie to get that pussy.
Definitely gonna lie.
But the thing is like, you thinking your pussy is like this greatest thing and no one else. Like, I get how women feel about that, just how men thinking no other man can fuck like they can fuck. Like, this is the bullshit. The reason why relationships are successful, the reason why men love women and will give their whole life and change their ways for a woman is not because of the pussy, it's because of your worth. And if you can't show your worth outside of your pussy, and if you think you holding out on pussy is going to keep him or make him want you more, it's not. It's just going to make him fuck somebody else until you're ready to give him the pussy. And at that and at that time, he may have some
real shit.
I agree with that.
He's going to have maybe another relationship. So since you waited out all this time to give him pussy, now you have somebody else that came into the competition. Now you're over there pissed off at yourself because, like, damn, if I gave him the pussy, this other bitch would never came in the show. But now you're over there waiting and fucking yourself off. So that's the thing. Like, I promise y'all, like all these women be talking about how they pussy is this and pussy is nigga. Pussy is a dime a dozen. In 2021, it ain't like it was back in the day. And I agree.
But women are raised differently than men. It's a double standard in society. Women are just like you said, know your worth, but we correlate worth into, I'm not finna get his pussy up to this nigga till it's 3 months, till it's 6 months. By that time, by the time you give up the pussy or whatever the case may be, it's 6-8 months down the line. He gonna fuck. Oh yeah, he definitely gonna fuck. But then next month you gonna find out that the motherfuckers at his bachelor party. You be like, when this motherfucker get? He didn't propose to a bitch and everything, but he still got your pussy. Cause if a motherfucking man will lie like a rug to get what he want to do. I didn't see a man do the coldest shit behind some pussy. The coldest shit. So cold, I want to offer that motherfucker a coat. I was like, cold shit. Motherfucker out here.
I guarantee if you look through history, Christopher Columbus discovered America behind some pussy. Just
behind some pussy. I mean, and not just any pussy, some new pussy. some new pussy. Some new pussy. So I mean, it's really a Yahtzee game. Like, we out here doing a lot of shit for dating, but it's just a chance game. I mean, there is no rules to it.
So how long, when you're talking to somebody, how long do you wait to have sex?
I mean, it depends on, I mean, truthfully, we being completely honest, it depends on the person. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't waited 3 days on a motherfucker, and then I waited 3 weeks or 3 months. I mean, it depends on how I feel. I mean, the guy I waited three days on, I ended up being with for 10 years.
Yeah, as adult,
I mean, the amount of time I didn't give him pussy didn't mean anything to him, because I'm grown as fuck.
Till my pussy get wet.
I was like, I'm grown as fuck.
That is hilarious.
I ain't been talked out of my pussy since '98. So like literally, like if I'm gonna give you this pussy, it's because I gave it to you. It ain't because you was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy you flowers, I'm gonna take you out to eat, I'm gonna pay your bills. That's great, but I was gonna give you the pussy when you came over. It's after 10. I drop my kids off. Like, you got to be fucking right. So it's a process of come on now, if you're gonna give him some pussy or not. Your holdout is for you. It ain't really for him.
Yeah, she like, I didn't pay for a goddamn babysitter.
Yeah, I was like, look, I already, the house is dark, and I didn't put it on. I didn't put it on Netflix on a show like Kevin Hart, the first comedy show we have. Everybody didn't see that shit. We fucking. I was like, we fucking. So,
she got fucking Law and Order on. Y'all.
Yeah, I was like, the first season. So like I said, the holding out for not fucking is really for women. It's not for men, because men don't give a shit. They're gonna stay or they're gonna leave.
Yeah, and I don't think the holdout makes sense. Like as adults, when you're kids and you're younger, I guess you play that cat and mouse game to figure shit out. By the time we're older, we've been through life, so we kind of understand what it is. Niggas know what we want, women know what we want, and believe it or not, we know what each other wants. So when it comes to holding out, so when it comes to holding out and just having sex, like, you should have sex when you're ready to have sex, when you're ready to give consent, and when you trust yourself, not trust him. You're never going to trust him. You're never going to trust somebody you just met. So It's not about you trusting him. It's about when you trust yourself, and when you're ready to do what you're ready to do is when you should have sex, understanding the consequences that can come with it. If you're okay with those consequences, and if you're okay with the outcome of having sex with somebody, whether it's feelings, heartache, heartbreak, a relationship, love, children, if you're ready and okay with that outcome, then you shouldn't have to ask when you should have sex with somebody. Just fucking have sex. Make sure you're safe, make sure you're protected, and call it a fucking date.
What does trusting have to do with having sex with him?
What is what?
Meaning that you're not gonna. I guess I might be jumping it. Meaning that he does, trusting someone. Some people correlate trust into, having sex with somebody. Other people don't. They just, take the chance. Some people really don't have sex with people unless they trust them in certain type of aspect.
As a human being, trust them as a person. Like, you don't want to just fuck somebody who is you just can't trust. Like, I don't fuck with people in real life that I can't trust. And I don't mean trust as in like they have to be exactly who I want them to be. If you're a criminal and I know
like I don't want to go to sleep and you rob my house.
Yeah.
or I wake up and I catch you trying to sneak off into one of my kids' rooms, some shit like that. Like, you just have to have this certain type of feeling about a person.
Women correlate with cheating all the time. I'm talking about trust, like the whole part of trust. As I trust you as a human being, I trust you as a person to be in my circle, and then I trust you enough to give you my body. Like, if
we vibing, I want the dick.
And that's great. But no matter if you have sex with him for 3 days or 3 months, after y'all fuck, you still got that feeling like, is he gonna text me or is he gonna call me? And when he does, you get that butterfly, like, this motherfucker likes me. I gotta put that pussy on him. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't have to call and you don't have to text. So you still in between, like I said, 3 days and 3 months, you still got that feeling, is he gonna call you or is he gonna text you? So it like I said, fucking and dating goes hand in hand with how you feel about the situation. You shouldn't really put rules on yourself that aren't realistic.
And a lot of people do that shit, and it's horrible. Real quick, I'm gonna bring Leon. I'm gonna bring you off. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna bring DJ.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your time. All right, DJ. I know you heard your name. You ready?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something real fast. And then I'll let y'all get back to it. I was listening to Jewel give her her opinion, and then what was the other woman's name? Liana, my bad, Liana. I just wanted to say that I think that I heard Jewel say that she thinks that people who talk to people in a singular form, like it's not a good choice. She thinks that people should keep their options open, get to know people, and I think that's kind of where we kind of diverted from with the topic, but getting to know people, and doing what you want to do in the process of doing that. I remember sometimes, like in my past, going to approach a woman, whether it be in Walmart or the club or whatever.
Lowe's.
And, where Lowe's, wherever. You know what I'm saying? And
Lowe's.
you know what I'm saying? I know why you said that, but anyway, exchange numbers with somebody and then try to get to know them or whatever, or approach somebody in general before you even get to the exchange number part. And the woman, she'd be like, I'd be like, hey, what's your name? Whatever. I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you. Can I maybe call you sometime, take you out for bite to eat, whatever? And her response was, well, right now I'm talking to somebody, right? And like I remember even in my younger days being like, well, shoot, I can't just get to know you. Like y'all just talking, like you're not official, you're not dating, you're with nobody. We can't just get to know each other. And
You
her
can't have
response
friends.
was, yeah, you can't have friends. And her response was, well, I just don't think that would be right. I want to kind of focus on getting to know that person. And as a younger person, I was like, man, that's kind of like whack. But as I gotten older, you know what I'm saying? Like I realized, like, damn, like I respect that because it's kind of the same thing I was saying before. You know what I'm saying? Like she could have added me to a quote unquote roster. She could have, put me out there and made me an option. But she told me straight up, like, hey, I'm talking to somebody, and right now I want to put my focus and attention on that singular person. And if things don't work out and our paths happen to cross again at Lowe's, then holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Something to be said. Because like a lot of people, sometimes I don't know if y'all ever done this, right? You ever be in a situation where you might have like 3, 4, 5 different women you talking to, trying to get to know, and all of a sudden 2, 3 days go by, you be like, oh shoot, I ain't hit up Brenda in about 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So you hit her with a quick text, hey, what's up? What you doing? And she'd be like, nigga, where you been at? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Now you
it's
got 4.
crazy.
Shit, now you just
Right,
got 4.
now you just got
Whatever.
4, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? She had the biggest
Now
booty too.
I don't see it like that. If you ain't hit up Brenda in 3 days, that means the other 4 you vibing with is the ones
Exactly.
that you already weeded her out.
Now you got 4.
Brenda
It may
already
not necessarily be. It could be because Brenda's new and I forgot about Brenda.
yeah, because
Yeah, she weeded her out.
she didn't stick in your mind.
And now she's out the pot. But the thing is, it's as you're saying, there's like a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? There's a catch-22 because there's a lot of women out there that have this. I hate the word loyalty when people talk about relationships. I hate people because they're loyal by fault, in a sense, right? And when they talk about being loyal, they're sitting here putting all their eggs in a basket of somebody that's fucking a piece of shit. And men do it too as women, right? And they're like, it's gonna get better, or we'll figure it out, or man, this is gonna be better, and this, that, and the third. And it comes out to like they spend 2 or 3 years trying to figure it out, and it never gets better because they want to see if it's gonna work. Or and that's the thing. If you're dating somebody, and if you have your options, the thing is it's gonna let you see through that bullshit. Because like, I don't need to put with your bullshit because this motherfucker doesn't have this bullshit. And to let you understand, like, you know what? Hey, my nigga, you good, man. I'm out of here. You're good. And now a woman can focus on the guys that are doing what they want, what she wants them to do.
Yeah, but women always want to refurbish something because they want to start a project, and they be like, oh, I see his potential. That's the problem with women. We always see a man's potential. He's 40, babe. That motherfucker, if he ain't what he's supposed to be by now,
He is
that
what
motherfucker
he
ain't gonna
is.
be shit. He's not a puppy. Like,
Yeah, I can get
you
that.
can't
That nigga
train
setting his
him.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what we always want to start a project. Like, bitch, we can't do that at 40 years old. We might can do that at 19. We possibly can fuck it up at 25, but at 40,
That nigga's ways in. Like if it's not working, it's working. I mean, and just a woman, like if I'm dating a woman at this time, and it's to the point where like she's not everything that I want, you know what I mean, and she's not where I feel I need her to be. We can be cool, but it's like don't ask me to be a boyfriend. Don't ask to be my girlfriend because that's not where we're at. And until you are what I want from you, until I am what you need from me, that's when that conversation can have. But it can't happen. We can't have that conversation before. Because one thing I always say about relationships, and people hate when I say this, once you begin a relationship, the relationship you have with that person, it only gets worse. And I'm not saying it gets worse to where it's like at 100% and it goes to 2%, but if it's at 100% at one point, it's going to get to 98%. But it's never going to be better than what you started at. Never. That's why they call it honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be
you're
shit.
right.
It doesn't have to be completely shit at 20 years down the line, but it's never going to be as good as it started. And that person is never going to be as great as they were when you first met.
Yeah,
So
because you're gonna start seeing their faults. You're gonna start
it-
seeing, their flaws, and they're gonna start doing stuff that irritates you. Y'all are gonna agree on it. One, y'all might not be the same religious background or
whatever.
political background. Is always going to be a learning phase. But that's why I said your happily ever after has to be built for you. It can't be built for somebody else. You have to have your own Prince Charming or your own, princess or whatever. It's a fairy tale that you have to build and you have to tell on your own, on your journey. And that's the problem. People always let other people dictate what's supposed to be good for them instead of those individuals in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, he might not be everything, but I mean, don't let him be. I mean, it's what level you're on. And I
Hey,
definitely think
Damien,
that. What are you saying?
What's up, DJ?
I was gonna say, with your personality, Damien, right? With the booming personality you have, um, I'm sure at some point either you have or it might come up to where you might get offered opportunity to be a permanent host on other podcasts, right?
All
And
right.
so the thing is, for you, you know what I'm saying, your focus is trying to build up socially responsible. And so if you start spreading yourself thin and trying to, Saturday nights I do my show, you know what I'm saying? Monday nights I do, I'm saying, the talks with KK on this thing, you know what I'm saying? Tuesday nights I do this show, so that show. Like, at some point, something gonna shake, something gonna lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as I said, what's the problem with devoting yourself to one, and if it don't work out, then being able to venture on, you know what I'm saying? Like your personal, I guess, opinion
Because
with that. Like, what is
because when
It's
people are focused on one, right? People don't realize this is the thing. People think that bullshit they go through in relationships is normal, right? And this is what people don't understand. A nigga not coming home at a decent time, or a woman not cooking, or um, just different things that becomes their normal. And they feel like that's all that a relationship is supposed to be. Not understanding that that's not the normal. That you deserve more. That there is more out there for you. Some men think when they come home to being questioned and nagged by a woman is just what all men go through. And I can tell you for a fact that that is not what all men go through. Some men think that women accusing them of cheating and going through their phone and having joint Facebook accounts is a normal thing in a relationship. The
It's
thing
not.
is, that's not normal. Like that's not. So when you date just that one person, you're putting up with their bullshit, trying to figure out what you can tolerate and what you can't tolerate, right? And the thing is, you're not realizing that there's better for you. So
Are we
again, when I'm
saying are we saying normal for just the capacity of a generalization of people? Or are we saying normal for what's for you? Because like Jewel just said a minute ago, your
no,
Prince Charming or your whatever is within yourself. You got to figure out what's best for you. So what? So if somebody has a coupled book that
I can't hear him.
yeah, you kind of faded out real quick,
Okay.
DJ. You sound like hold on, DJ. DJ, you kind of faded out a little bit. You sound like a Chinese movie.
Lips moving.
Lips moving and no words coming out. No, I can't hear you at all right now. But I'm gonna kind of answer what you're saying. When it comes to the being normal, and when it comes to when I say normal, I mean normal in the capacity of what you feel is normal. Like
Well,
the way I fold up towels every day is normal to me, right? And I don't understand that may not be what happens in another household. So if you don't understand what goes on in another situation, you always look at your situation. This is the shit that I'm just putting up within a relationship because this is what a relationship is about. Realizing that there's men out there that actually cook for their girlfriends. Realizing that there's women out there that actually don't mind paying for dates. Realizing that like getting head every day of the week is a thing and not just for your birthday. You know what I mean? So there's different things that you'll realize and you'll
not just
find,
for your birthday.
but you never but you'll never find what fits you. You'll never find what fits you if you don't go out there and find what fits you instead of just dealing with motherfuckers one after the next. That's how I feel.
I hear you.
And the
I
and the thing
I hear
is
what you
about that is that you can't compare what his you with his career or with anything that he's doing singular. he can do that and be focused on that and not have to worry about other options, unless a better option comes in another job, but it still will be in the field that he's in. In a relationship, you have to worry about the other individual and how that meshes with you, and how your cause and effect mess with that individual. So it's two people versus that one singular focus, and then that other focus is with two people working on a relationship, working on a talking phase, they have to want the same things, you have to need the same things, and that rarely happens. It's always some compromise in there, and the older you get, the less you want to compromise because you're stuck in your way. So the dating phase becomes harder and harder as you get older, because you go from compromising to settling.
Right.
That's why the whole and I agree with that. And that's why I always look at when people date in a monogamous situation, it kind of hinders you because, like you said, the competition. Now you're just going home to bullshit and enduring, and not actually growing and making shit happen and finding what you really want. A lot of people don't even know what they want in relationships. A lot of people have been dealing with somebody and just going through life, thinking this is the best they can get.
And let's go back to the situation where we had Miss Candid Johnson, and what was her name?
Candid and Maria.
And not saying either one of the, but Candid pretty much told old girl, go back.
That's it.
Like,
the best you can do.
What the fuck? Look, what the fuck you doing? Go back. I was like, and I mean, I agree with that. I was like, damn. I was like, she was like, go back, like, put up with the bullshit, turn the other cheek.
I wouldn't even say no shit like that. Like,
well, I think she was coming from a point because basically she's saying it ain't really no good niggas out here.
Yeah, it ain't. But that's what I'm saying. It really ain't no good niggas out here. But
nah, don't say that. No, man, we ain't gonna let you sit here and say that, man.
You know what I mean. Like I said, I get what you're saying because you're from a male. You're looking from a male's perspective, and I get that. It might be a whole bunch of good niggas out there, and they might be sitting out at the bottom of a rainbow, but a bitch ain't seen a rainbow in about 3 years. So I'm gonna say ain't no good niggas out there right now. I'm saying, so that's what I'm gonna say right now. So what she was saying is that there is no good niggas out here, so she should go back to her. So she told her, and I'm not saying anything about Maria's husband. I mean, I don't know what his ain't shit ways are, but she wanted her to go back to an ain't shit nigga, but only because she knows his ain't shit ways. So how much worse can it get? And that's what I mean by we are settling out here. And she's okay with being alone right now. And she might not be okay being alone in 5-10 years, but guess what she won't be? Planning the death for her husband and possibly being on Snapped. I was like, that's possible. That's what Maria won't be in 5 years. So yes, Maria, stay single and find your whatever you need to look for and do what you need to do. And Candid is looking for something too. And she may find that, and she may not find that, but she needs to be okay with not finding that, because we'll run ourselves crazy thinking that we're looking for something that may not be out there.
Yep.
Hey, real fast, DC and KK, I just want to tell you I'm finna sign off. Before I want to say y'all, again, the moves y'all making, I'm proud of y'all, man. This is dope. I like the little, you know what I'm saying, like the one topic conversation. You know what I'm saying? I've been holding down for sure. So keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man. I love y'all both. Proud of y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Appreciate it, man. Same to you, man.
Be out.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, no, that's.
What, you sitting at a park somewhere? Can't go home yet? Whatever.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting at HEB, and I'm supposed to be getting out to go get some groceries, but I got hooked on this conversation.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I was just like,
you got to go to McDonald's now, huh?
I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go to the store. I don't know what you're talking about. I hold, and I'll probably get locked up for this, but I hold about some stamps because they out here giving away like pets. And old girl need her card back tomorrow, so I'm going tonight.
I gotta go. The kids house starving, hungry. Mama, where you at?
Yeah,
no,
I was at the show.
My kid's good. I was like, no, they're getting taken care of. They're getting watched. But the point is, yeah, I got to get out the car to get this card because I got to get this card back tomorrow. So thank y'all for letting me
Appreciate you jumping on.
No problem. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's bring Candy back on. I know she jumped back on real quick, and then we'll end it with Candy and Marie.
Oh, y'all. Look.
Like that nigga
I
back.
just want to clarify.
Breathe.
Yes,
Breathe.
I did. Listen, I look. See, let me tell you. See, listen. All I'm saying is, okay, you can. This is the facts. Okay, there go my girl Maria. This all I'm saying. If the man is sorry, if you're with, see, we talking about dating, and like the guy said, you know, if you dating somebody, you want to, like, I have, like I said, I know that there's a man in my life that I've been knowing my entire life. My daddy took him to go get his license. I can always call him and say, come visit me, and we are comfortable with one another, and there's no telling what may or may not happen. And I'm not gonna I'm a whole grown woman. I mean, I know what I want to do. I know how to make the decisions I want to make. I know how not to, just like I know how not to go outside without an umbrella. I know how to use condoms. So as a single person, but now that I've met somebody and I really like this person, and I liked them the first day I met them, I was like, oh my God, I like him. He's so, like, cool. So now that I like him, like, okay, I don't want to be with somebody else because you don't want to water it down. But what I'm talking about, when you're in a relationship and somebody a black man cheats on you, if he's sorry, and you know if he's sorry or not, you know what I'm saying? If he's sorry and he's saying, like, I'm sorry, you know, there's stipulations, but I mean, if you found out because he was reckless or sloppy about it or out here doing whatever, then, you know, that's something you got to say, hey, this is my boundaries. But from where I stand, I know that, like I'm saying, testosterone is a real thing. Men being very sexualized creatures is a real thing. Women being very emotional creatures is a real thing.
Absolutely.
And so because he slept with somebody else,
see,
literally,
this is where I'm going to pause you, though.
To him, it only means something to you.
No.
No, so I mean, but if a man cheat on me and he like, yeah, I did it, or he continually doing it, or we got this issue where you're just out there, then no, because I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm being humiliated and embarrassed all the time. So I don't want to be humiliated. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be talked about on these streets. I don't want to risk my life and my liberty because you got some crazy person. And most people say that if you're gonna cheat, don't cheat with nobody that you know. I mean, most men are cheating with women that are not gonna tell you. My men have cheated with women and in my face. It's happened to me several times that I've had men that were sleeping with women that were their friends or my friends, or chicks that hung around the crew that I found out later on they were sleeping with or had slept with before, and then went back to them, or whatever the situation may be. For me, I'm about girl power. I'm just always about girl power.
See, but that girl power, riding, let me piggyback on that girl power. Yes, it was 20 years, but like you just said, you wouldn't want to be humiliated or embarrassed. There's shame behind humiliation or embarrassment, and I was ashamed that I didn't know, right? And because I didn't know, it gives it paints our 20-year-old picture differently. It's no longer, roses and daisies and with the occasional this or that. I mean, now the whole thing is tainted. So how do I not know that he wasn't cheating for a whole 20 years? I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
But in this world, like, he's asking a question, is it okay to have sex with someone else? But I would guarantee you, he's single. So he's definitely having sex with several people. Now he's having sex with the kind of woman that will accept to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about what you're doing. I usually, like, the person that I met that I really like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we like each other. We ain't been knowing each other that long.
Wouldn't this make for an amazing show if it was like dun dun dun, and they found out at the end that that guy that you really liked was my ex or something. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm just being
That's
funny.
with a
I'm being
Hispanic
funny.
girl, too. It is
I'm
a
just being
Hispanic
funny.
girl, and they just broke up too. They just broke up too, and it's a Hispanic girl. But he said they broke up because of whatever. But I know that I'm not gonna and I haven't told my old faithful yet because I don't see him but like once every 2 or 3 weeks, maybe every once a month. But when he called me, I'm gonna tell him, nah, you can't come by, bro. He gonna know. He not stupid. He gonna know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have to say, well, I met this guy that I really like. Like you're saying, like, is it okay to have sex with someone else? So right now, it's been, I mean, just putting my business out there, it's been months. But 3 months ain't a long time, bro. This dude act like 3 months is a long time to not have sex with somebody.
Not a short time. I need to
Like we work, we
say
go to
something.
school, we got kids. People out here got shit to do. You think, I mean, niggas tired. Like how, I mean, come on now, bro. You 3 months ain't a long time if you're single. If you're single, 3 months ain't a long time. And even if you have somebody you call, 3 months ain't a long time.
There hasn't been a time in my life where I haven't went a month without having sex, and that's I could probably say 2 weeks.
You need to slow down, boy.
Okay.
You're never gonna find anybody that you really like if you're really having that much sex because you can't because
Doesn't mean I'm fucking everybody, but like I'm not out there just I'm not gonna sit here and I mean jacking off is cool. We don't have roses for guys, so it's a different kind of conversation.
You gave the example of like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You gave the example of 3 women in a week. Are you saying that you have sex with 3 different women in 1 week? Or is it happen to be that those three women are the only women you're having sex with, let's say for like 6 weeks?
No, I'm just saying like say
you got time to sleep with 3 women and you running apart. What do you do with your life?
Well,
I just want to know if it's 3 a week that are all different.
He lying.
Well, first, okay, I'm lying because black men don't cheat. But what I'm saying is that, like, it was an analogy that I was saying, like, if like a guy fucking someone on Monday, then fucking woman A on Monday, then fucking woman B on Wednesday, and then going back to fucking woman A on Saturday, that's no different than a woman fucking man A on May, and then fucking man B in June, and then going back to man A in August. Like, it's no difference.
Yeah, it's not. There's no difference, no.
Well, let's see, but that's an example of 2 men in 3 months. Yours is 3 women in 1 week.
Don't apply to men that apply to women.
No, I know, but see, I understand.
You can have sex with 5 different women in 1 day.
Yes, we can.
And they could just simply like wipe off with a baby wipe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women, we gotta go get it rinsed out because something's going on up in us. Like it's y'all insert your penis inside of us. So I'm talking about science and biology. I'm talking about women. Listen, somebody, you don't know I don't know. I'm not judging, but I don't know if you know what it feels like to be penetrated. But we're talking about sex. To be penetrated is I don't know how to explain it. I've been with women exclusively for about a 15-year period of my life. So for me, I prefer sex with women. So it has been a year and a half and 2.5 years recently in 2018 all the way to 2019 that I waited for my ex.
So that woman that you're going to have the Golden Girls time with is actually going to be
but the thing is
a woman, and it's going to be a relationship. She's going to be with a woman if she doesn't get the man. Wasn't that what she said?
I want to have a husband. I want a husband. I want to protect her. I want somebody to be with, that's what I want. That's what God has for me. I know that God has for me a strong black man. So I am trying to prepare myself for that. Now I'm not just looking for any man.
What if your destiny in life is to be you're a mom or a grandma or whatever, like that? Maybe that's what it is. That is your life.
I don't have any kids.
Oh.
Like this, y'all's conversation is never going to equal anything because, like I said, her mentality is different than yours, and that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, Candid, like I understand
I'm
everything.
so sorry that I'm gonna have to break. Peanut just got home, so I gotta go.
No, you're fine.
Right.
Thanks for joining. But
Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure meeting you. Good luck with the new guy. Good luck with the new guy. But just don't
I
try
don't
to
know. I don't know. You got
don't
me
put so
thinking
much need
now.
on
I'm
it.
not
Don't put
talking
so
to
much
you like
need
that.
on it. You don't
All
need
that
it.
shit. Maybe I should just give me another piece of D.
bye, Maria. But I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, y'all are so different, and that's kind of, it's not an issue. It's not a problem. It's just y'all's differences, and y'all are looking for the same thing differently. And you're more willing to put up with more shit than she is, and that's the
I'm
difference.
not willing to put up with more shit. I'm willing to not know.
No,
It's not my
and
business.
no, and that's shit. Men love that. So shit, you're gonna have a lot of niggas in your DM after you said that. But
Listen, no, I don't answer DMs like that. I answer the I talk if I'm talking to you, it's about business or about poetry or books or writing and shit, and that's just what it is. If I gotta vibe with somebody, nobody like them, and plus I like somebody. So, but anyway, this is the thing. If I liked you, and I was dating you, and I just said, okay, I met you, and I was like, oh my god, I really like him. Now, first of all, for me and most women, they're looking at what you're doing. They're looking at your timeline. They're gonna see who you're talking to. They saw who you were talking to before. So if I see you and I know you're a popular podcast host in San Antonio, Texas, where we're 12% African American, the particular guy I like is from another state, and he's from Virginia, where it's a lot of black people. So I'm like, when you came up here, you had messed with a lot of Mexicans. He got a bunch of Mexican babies. This the thing. The thing is that we got Hispanics, blacks, and white girls all like black men, but we have a whole bunch of Hispanic women. So by nature, the numbers is gonna mean that black women, and I'm a black woman, we outnumbered. I want a black man. Like that one say, ain't nothing like loving a black man. But y'all, the point I'm making is that men can move differently. And if I am sleeping with you, and I'm sleeping with you, and even like if I know you sleep, I'm not gonna ask you no questions because I know who you are. You done said it, whether you joking or not, and it might be all jokes. It might be all just talk for the podcast. It's entertainment. I don't know. It might be that was you in 1 6 month period of your life. I don't really know. But what I do know is there's a different rule, a set of rules for men than there is for women. And no man, if you're dating, then you like that person. Men have sex with women they don't like. Women do not have sex with men they do not like. And even if it's your side dude, if my side dude of 22 years got right today, I would marry him today because I love him. I love him. Without a shadow of a doubt, I love him. And I will tell I've told any man I've been with, I love him. Like I care for him. I love him, but he ain't shit. He kind of like you know what I'm saying? He gonna sleep with like whoever. So I got to make him put a condom on every time, even though I've known him for 22 years.
No.
The thing is that women don't have sex with men they don't really like. It don't happen, bro. Even if we have sex with one month and one the next month, we like them both.
No, and again, I mean, again, like I said, I feel what you're saying, but I mean, I don't 100% agree with that, and that's because
Really?
I deal with women. I mean, you have to understand, most prostitutes are women, so I mean,
What?
Did you say most prostitutes?
most prostitutes are women, so I mean, women are out here fucking a lot of niggas that they don't like. Women are fucking.
Listen, that's called situational sex.
No. But let's not be like,
situational. Okay, so just like when men, just like we see men that are on the down low, that's a huge thing.
Women
that's
are out
also called situational sex.
But let's not act like it's not a thing. But
they don't want to do that, bro. They don't want to do that, and we're not gonna get into that because I'm an advocate for sex workers. So as an advocate for sex workers that have sex because they need a place to sleep, you can't compare that to a woman that lets a man come into her house where her kids live at, where Section 8 is paying her bills, and lets him lay down with her and sleep with her because she wants him to commit. So you can't talk about sex workers and prostitutes, and I don't want to go there because they're having situational sex. That's sex for food. Like $40 is a thing. That's women. That means they're having sex for drugs. Most of the women that do $40, They're having sex for bumps.
There's women. There's women out here having sex with men because they bought them a drink at the club. There's women out here
that's
having.
addiction. That's not real sex. You're talking about something totally different. You're
I'm
talking about.
talking. I'm talking
a
about.
whole different conversation.
No, I'm talking about. I can go out to a club.
Situational sex. That's situational sex.
I can go to a bar right now and meet a woman that don't know me from Adam, and I go fuck her, and she don't like.
You're preying on her then.
I ain't praying.
And you may not even realize it. You may not realize that when you go into a bar,
or she's preying on me.
We're not going to get into that. I don't want to get into that because that's this conversation I don't want to get into, and I know you all are very open and upfront, and I am as well. That's why I was attracted to your podcast, because I saw how consistently offended by you all speaking the truth. So what I'm going to say is that one thing that I know to be a fact based on my background, my professional background, is that there's a such thing as a broken woman.
Yeah.
And when you are a broken woman, men who are narcissists, and I'm not saying you are a narcissist because I don't know you, and I would never ever put that label on you without knowing you.
I appreciate it.
Men who are narcissistic will find you and abuse you. Men who are also broken will be drawn to you. So they will buy you drinks at bars. These narcissists and these other broken men will buy you drinks at bars, and y'all will get drunk together, and y'all will have situational sex together.
And there's
you will find a narcissist that is equally as broken. So you can't compare a woman that's drunk or a woman that goes to the club and fucks, or somebody that gets on smokes weed and fuck, to somebody that dates somebody. That's a whole different conversation.
So only women can be broken. Men can't be broken. Men are
absolutely. That's what I said.
No, she said that a broken man, I meet a broken woman at a club, at a bar.
Because if you a whole man and you walk up to a broken bitch at a bar, I used to be a broken bitch, and whole men. I'm telling you, I've been in therapy for the last 2 years since I broke up with my last boyfriend. I'm in consistent therapy every week, and so the thing about that is that I used to be a broken woman where men would approach me that wasn't shit. I did a lot of things behind men, and. The thing is that broken men will approach you, or narcissistic men. So you will either get abused, or you will come together and y'all will just abuse one another, just hurt one another the whole time.
That toxic shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's toxic, and it's like now you make a song. Now they got a song on TikTok. Got this new bitch that I'm like, what? That's the thing and people are getting in that, and like. I used to hold a writing workshop, and we evaluated the song "Love the Way You Lie."
Yeah,
love the way you lie. See, you talking about something totally different. So I want to get into that.
No, it is. It's a tangent on a whole nother can of worms. But when it comes to those conversations, it's just one of those things where I dislike when people always put it on one gender. Not understanding, and you didn't do that. You're talking about both can be broken, but not understanding that women are out here preying on men just as much as you want to say men are preying on it. And women also, not just like men have situational sex, as you said, as women do, but not just do they both have situational sex, but women are out here having sex because just for the fuck of it, not because they are feeling it. Just because they want to bust a nut just as much as men are. It's not a gender thing. It's more of a.
It's not that they want to bust a nut. It's that they want to be Megan Thee Stallion.
Whatever your reason is, like we can have excuses for women, but we can't have those same reasons for men. It's just not fair.
But so
we're gonna do a part 2 tomorrow, Wednesday or something. What we gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna log off real quick. Hey, Candid. Fuck,
right.
we need to get you back on. You said some real shit. And if we ever have a real conversation about like sex workers and shit, which I know we will, since you've worked in that field, as you said, we're gonna definitely have you on as a shmee to whores. Just joking. That was a joke. But
I appreciate that. Men have situational sex as well too, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've had situational sexes before, and I didn't feel good about it.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So what?
All right, we're gone. Thanks for joining on, Canada. I appreciate it.
So what you want to like jump on tomorrow or something? Or?
No, I mean shit. We had everything we can get out of this. We can have it again. We can have another conversation because there's something else.
Talk about what was it with the dads, right? If you damn, what was it?
If you're a stepdad, you're wasting your fucking life raising another nigga's kid.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me.
Yeah, no, as a stepdad, I'm pretty sure it did, but and me not wanting to be a stepdad, We could have a good one on that one and see what other men think about that. But no, I think this was a good one, man. I think it was
that'll work.
Information on this one.
I
But
said 2 hours. God damn.
Nigga, we said an hour.
Yeah.
We need to do better cutting this shit off. But again, thank y'all, everyone who listened and tuned in. Kamisha, I saw you type in a lot. Kamisha, I was listening. I just don't agree. That's the difference. I can listen to what y'all say, but the thing is, a lot of women speak about men, not about other women, not realizing y'all don't fucking date other women. Like I can't speak on y'all dating men. I don't date men, so everything y'all think is real. But to sit here and be like, women don't fuck niggas that they don't have feelings for. I mean, I've been a side dick to a woman just like she's been a side pussy to me. I'm just saying, a woman came here and got that dick and burnt off just the same as the other end. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm listening. It's just, I guess both parties have to listen, and I agree with everything she said. I just, again, want that same. But anyway, we're out this bitch.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, sign us out, KK. Take us out.
No, I just appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't know what days we actually gonna do it, but when we pop up, just be ready to conversate with us.
We love y'all. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
We out.